Hello folks, welcome back to our channel. It's your favourite Scotsman here again. Now, how many of you are dreaming of trading in those bone-chilling Canadian winters for a bit of sun, warmth and time by the beach? I know I would. Let's face it, minus 20 degrees, biting wind chills and snow that overstays its welcome isn't anyone's idea of paradise. In today's video, we're going to explore 5 lesser known yet crucial tips every Canadian snowbird should consider before spreading their wings towards sunnier horizons. Buckle up because some of these might just surprise you. Numero uno for today. Why don't we talk about your RIFF in terms of US dollars? By default, all withdrawals from your registered retirement income fund are in good old Canadian dollars. Now here's the kicker. If you've got US cash or investments in there, you typically have to convert them to Canadian dollars when you're making a withdrawal. And that, my friends, comes with the added joy of foreign exchange fees. But wait, there's more. If you then wanted to convert those Canadian dollars back into US dollars, you're out of luck because you need to do it outside your RIFF, which means, you guessed it, another round of foreign exchange fees. It's like a bad comedy show, isn't it? But fear not, because some savvy financial institutions, like ourselves, have seen the light and will let you make RIFF withdrawals in US dollars, saving you from those irritating currency conversion fees. So do yourself a favour and have a chat with your financial planner to see if this manoeuvre is available at your financial institution. And while we're on the topic, let's not forget about those Canadian dollar debit and credit cards. They can burn a hole in your pocket with those exchange rate fees when you're gallivanting about stateside. A more obvious tip would be to consider having a US dollar account with your Canadian bank. Your wallet will thank you. Next up today is number 2, avoiding soaring rental costs. That's certainly piqued your attention. Have you ever thought about home exchange programs? Imagine swapping your abode with another traveller, granting you the opportunity to nestle into the cosy confines of a local's home in your winter hideaway while they do the same in yours. Another option would be house sitting. Both are win-win situations. You save money and you gain an authentic experience that you simply can't put a price on. Just a quick break here. If you're enjoying this video so far and want to see more content from us, it never hurts to consider subscribing. Okay, back to the video, and number 3, make sure that you have your affairs in order and don't scrimp on travel insurance. This one isn't exactly out of the box, but it's too important to leave to the wayside. It might sound morbid, but it's a good idea to have an up-to-date will, power of attorney and other essential contingency planning documents. Also, make sure that you have a trusted family member or friend who knows where to find them and understands your wishes. Again, I'm stating the obvious to most of you, but please don't forget about travel insurance. Accidents can easily happen and out-of-country healthcare can be astronomical. I know that as you get older, the cost of travel insurance becomes more and more prohibitive, but if you ever get into a serious medical situation, the cost of not having it just isn't worth the few bucks that you might save along the way. Up next, number 4, don't overstay your welcome. This one's crucial and depends largely on your destination. The US, a preferred spot for many, permits Canadians to stay for a maximum of 182 days within a rolling 365-day time frame. In Mexico, the limit is 180 days per year. And for those eyeing Costa Rica, you've got 90 days visa-free, while in Portugal and Spain, the limit is up to 90 days within any 180-day span. Now, I may be stating the obvious, but always do your homework on your chosen destination. Trust me, ending up behind bars for overstaying your visa is far from ideal. Now, last but not least, number 5, consider participating in local volunteering. You might think that for most snowbirds, heading south is just a long vacation. But really, it's more like, moving house for the winter, just to a place with nice weather. A lot of snowbirds really dive into their winter communities, often giving back by volunteering. You could consider sharing your skills and interests in areas like the arts, charity work and eco-friendly projects. Volunteering not only enriches your life, but it's also a way to say thanks to the communities that welcome you each winter. Plus, it's a great way to make new friends. And if that wasn't good enough, a study published in the BMC Public Health showed that those who volunteer could reduce early mortality rates by 22% compared to those who do not. Give it some thought. There are plenty of ways to help out and donate your time, both in the US and around the world, and I'll leave a couple of links in the show notes. Although not as much these days with a 2-year-old to look after, I've been an avid traveller in the past, and I actively encourage you to do the same. If my curiosity about the world hadn't gotten the better of me, it's unlikely I'd be sitting here today talking to you. There's so much we can learn by stepping outside our usual comfort zones and experiencing another culture. The default in Canada is to go to the US, but don't be afraid to go further afield. Get a feel for the atmosphere and live like a local. Thanks very much for joining us today. If you found today's video helpful, please share it with your friends and family. Be sure to check out the links in the show notes. Have a great rest of the day and hit the good old thumbs up and subscribe before you go. It only takes a second. Until next time, and don't forget, a good financial plan understands your goals, but a great one knows the motivations behind them.